The guy played a plant.
A plant?
What?
He played a plant.
Played
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Mayonnaise an instrument.
Welcome to an all-new episode of Nerd Shit. I'm your host, Danny, and I'm here with my shitty friends.
Hi, this is Justin.
This is Perkins, not Pikachu, bitch.
What's up, y'all? It's Fabian.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Alex.
And this episode, we're going to be talking all about music stuff. Which I guess made sense for me to host since I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm in a band.
You're in a band?
I'm in a band, yes.
What?
We do music.
What's the name of that band?
Wait a minute.
I don't remember exactly. I
Shameless
hate
plug.
being that guy that's like, oh, this is my band.
Nonchalantly look at Crystal's shirt.
Everyone, quick look.
So you would do it right.
Yeah. All right. Yes, I'm in a band. It's called Everyone Dies in Utah. We play shows. We tour. We've been deported from the UK. Like we do stuff. All right.
Okay.
God, you're
pretty
such a
But
big
yeah,
bragger.
I feel like music is the universal language of the world.
Damn.
And yeah,
Deep.
so because
Confucius
of that,
once say.
not just movies. How does music affect your life? Like, what does music influence, and what does it drive in your life?
Energy, motivation, bro. I go to the gym and put on some heavy ass metal and really get a good pump. Or when I'm relaxing, stretching, I'll put on some Japanese like fucking pop, bro, and just jam a little, relax. It could invigorate you. It can make you sad as hell. It can make you happy. I'm pretty sure everyone has a song that's super important to them, and music, like you said, that shit is part of life, dude, and it can affect everything. Don't on my tangent, my bad.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I feel the same way though. I feel like I feel like music's big to me, but I feel like that's because I can use it for any time.
Right.
Like if I'm cooking, cleaning, driving to work or road trips or. Again, when you start getting more like emotional, like to like just hype yourself up to get ready for something, or if you're just like not feeling it, you're just sad, you just zone out into like whatever you're listening to, and just kind of like mentally reset. So I mean, for me, it's always been super therapeutic. So
Absolutely.
I feel like there's never a position where music can't be introduced into something, and like for movies, again, there's scores of movies, it's changed cinema. For your everyday lives, like there's going to be music. We have an intro that is music.
I was talking to Alex
literally
actually about how could you imagine when in Endgame everyone was assembling and we finally get to hear that Avengers assemble. Could you imagine it if it wasn't that score?
Music.
Like what if it was like the Benny Hill theme songs, like Avengers assemble? Like it would have just like not. It just wouldn't.
There are moments, and Crystal has them way more than I do, where she hears something and it literally like moves her to like goosebumps.
Oh yeah, I'll cry.
I'll hear some songs where it's like I'm choking back tears, and there's no reason for it. I'm not in a bad mood. It's just that powerful.
Yeah.
Like it is quite arguably the most powerful thing on earth.
There's such a difference between like live performances and then shit that's recorded. And I feel like going to concerts.
Yeah.
You think about going to concerts, like we went to a Coheed concert.
Yeah,
and
we did.
I've never been like a huge fan of Coheed, but it's not like anything against them.
Yeah.
It's just
Not your cup
like
of tea.
I didn't know
Into it,
them,
yeah.
like I didn't like hear them. Like I only know them because of Justin. And so going to that show, I was like, oh, okay, we'll see where you are. But I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know all the songs, but just like at one point they were just like playing instrumentals that you could just feel like the energy that they're giving off, the energy of the crowd. Like I soak all that shit up. Like
live concerts. Live concerts for me, not like when I'm not performing. Live concerts for me is therapy because, and I don't necessarily know what it is about it, but feeling the energy from the live shows.
It's weird. I'd like feed off that shit.
Yeah, it just
it's so great.
brings me back to life. I remember there was a concert that I waited to the very last day to get a ticket to, and I paid way too much for it because it was the day of. But I was like, I had the shittiest week. I need to go to this concert. I need to feel the bass. I need to feel like everyone's body on me because there's so many people. Like I need all of it. Everything, every aspect of a live concert, like just is therapy to me, which I know can be stressful for some people, like being around that many people. And
I gotta say, going back to the whole artist thing, like it just makes you like, even creating something just makes you feel some certainty that, this is you expressing yourself. You're alive, you
'Cause
know, even if
Fabian's an
it's
artist, too.
sad. Yeah, you know. But
Yeah.
no,
Give him
you
your
guys
SoundCloud.
don't know.
SoundCloud.
Yeah. Maybe I'll post a link or something.
Yeah.
And I think it's even cool too, looking at it from like a non-artist perspective. You don't realize that you make music consistently, whether it's humming to something or a whistle, or you just got a beat going in your head because you need something to fill that empty space. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking everywhere. I don't think there's ever a point in which music isn't in some way involved.
Yeah.
If I had the talent and the execution, like I would definitely fucking do something like that, like making music.
Same.
But I feel like for me, like I don't have the vocal talent. I don't know how to play any instruments. But I'm like, oh, this is cool. What are you doing? Oh, that's neat. And I'm like, oh, I fucking love it.
You
But
could
I
create
just
it
don't
for you.
have that. And I was like,
Yeah.
but
You
I
can
enjoy
still
listening
enjoy
to everybody
it, though.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
like,
Like, think about one of your first concerts. Like me, when I can think of one of my first EDM shows, I was with this girl, and this was a while back, so don't get mad, babe. But it was a long time ago. Like, it was my first rave ever, and I got to see one of the top 10 DJs in the world. It was Armin van Buuren. Won't ever forget it.
Was that your first concert?
That was my first EDM show.
Okay,
I'd been to
okay.
metal shows and everything like that,
Yeah.
but EDM was a whole new genre to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect. She holds my hand, walks me into the crowd, and I remember looking around like, what is going on? Everyone was dancing and everything. She gave me some Molly. And,
Right to jail. Right
I'll
away.
never forget.
The best Tylenol in the world.
Fuck you, dude. I'll never forget. I was like, fuck it. I was like, I might do this. You know what? I don't fucking care. I want to do it. Do it. 30 minutes later, I'm feeling real good. She goes off somewhere, and we weren't together. We were just talking and blah, blah, blah. She decides she'd go off. Armin van Buuren comes out. He starts playing his song. Dun, dun, dun. I'm feeling this fucking rush of emotion coming up. I'm like, am I supposed to be dancing? I'm going to start dancing. And I start dancing. It goes from that to like some beautiful girl that looked like a vampire. God almighty. Pale skin, long black hair, blue eyes. I'll never forget it because I still remember to this fucking day. Walks up, approaches me, fucking makes out with me, pushes me, smiles, disappears in the crowd. I'm dancing. What the fuck happened? People are looking at me.
Moment.
What the fuck happened? I'm having a great time. Music. This is fucking from music happening around me. These feelings, these interactions with people that you may never fucking see again are fucking beautiful, and it's because of music. Could you imagine just going to a crowd and it's silent? Boring as fuck. Hey, get away from me, bro. Music? Let's fucking dance. Let's vibe. Let's get to know each other.
Hell yeah.
Like, music. God damn, it's exciting thinking about something like that.
That actually brings me to my next question, actually. What was y'all's first concert?
Oh, I love this. I am ready.
Bring it.
Go.
I was back in Italy, 14 years old, and man, I was listening to all the bands at this time, and I was just in my emo phase heavily.
Hell yeah.
Rocking the skinny jeans, the straightened hair, terrible pictures, and out of
can attest to
I have
nowhere.
an image of one in my mind.
Oh yeah, you guys. Oh my gosh. No, but at the time I was following absolutely every band, and I was just wondering like when their acoustic like live things were and stuff, like their shows, and finally I get to see one that's in Italy, and I'm like, holy shit, I gotta go. It was a school night, and my mom.
Gotta be back by
shout-outs
10.
to mom again, but maybe not last episode. Not shout outs to mom, but this time she really came through, and I was so stoked. Who was headlining it was a Skylit Drive.
Yo!
Hell yeah! A Skylit Drive was headlining it, and they're touring with "I Set My Friends on Fire," "Sleeping with Sirens." And
Dang, that's a good
yeah, I think
So lucky.
there might have been one other band in there.
Dude, it
but
has to be super back in the day. 'Cause
I was-
if
Yeah.
Sleeping with Sirens was
This is when they were
Not
huge,
even-
by the way. They
Yeah.
had just came out with "If You Can't Hang." They
Dude,
just came out with that
Oh,
song,
video.
yeah.
amazing fucking song.
So I was hyped. I'm thinking, oh my God, Kellen Quinn. And my sister's stoked. She was just going through the same thing with me. So we brought a couple of friends. My mom drove us out to this hole in the wall venue. By the way,
best shows ever are at home.
thought the
Walls.
place was closed, and I'm like, fuck, this was a fake. This was a fake little poster I
Got fire
saw.
fested.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking this whole time, like, this isn't real. My dreams are crushed. And this guy opens the bar, and 10 of us go in. 10 of us. I shit you not. The show is so empty. And you know how they always have, like, people can have smoke breaks and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when people had a smoke break, I swear it was just my sister and my friends there. And there's like 6 of us or 5 of us.
We're
you know?
sleeping with sirens, and I set my fucking friends on fire.
Exactly. And this was just insane to me
So
too,
you guys
because
had like a personal concert.
yeah, while this is
Yeah.
happening,
That's
my
amazing.
mom is in the back drinking. She's talking to the drummer from Woe Is Me. That's who it was.
Oh,
Woe Is Me
shit.
is there too.
Shit.
And they were huge. They were
Yeah.
huge at the time. They just switched from Tyler Carter to
Oh, I forgot. The
I
guy's name.
cannot remember his name. Hans Sally Good.
Yes.
And
like, Google.
my God, I was still in love with the band, and my mom's just talking to the drummer. They're chatting it up. I'm just like, man, this is fucking awesome. Finally, they start the show. I think who kicks it off? Woe Is Me. And amazing performance. Right after that, I set my friends on fire. They're killing it. And he, you know, he had the huge afro,
Yes.
and he's just sweating on my sister. He's like, just dripping sweat, you know. It was amazing. And at that time, I had this, I think it was like not an iPhone, but an iPod. Oh my gosh.
Probably.
How old are you?
Yeah, what a time capsule. But I'm recording, you know, with this iPod, and I'm in awe. They must have seen my face. Like, I'm in Kellen Quinn's face right there. And Sleeping with Sirens, you know, there's only like maybe 10 of us,
That
11
is
of
wild.
us.
I can't imagine that
They're
being their
putting on the
concerts
show
anymore.
of their life. They don't even give a fuck.
It's
They're
great
like,
that they still treat
Yeah.
it like a big
Exactly.
show instead of saying fuck off.
and so to top it off, he makes my life, and you know, he hands me the mic. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And
What life are you living right now?
Yeah, we're all like,
this was
what?
amazing.
How
I
are
was
we gonna
freaking out
fund
as a
this?
kid.
First
you
fucking
know?
concert.
And I have this on
Shit.
an iPod thing, you know. I'm just like, what?
You gotta post it on you gotta post it on our Facebook, bro.
If you,
gotta-
yeah,
Do you have that
if you can
still?
find, do you have the footage?
I lost the iPod.
Oh, all this build up for nothing.
No.
Your story is now bullshit. It never happened.
Lies.
I just went to a
Lies.
concert with a bunch of bands with 5 people and got
I lost
We found my sister's iPod like a few years back, so I'm hoping like maybe this
That's
could
fucking
resurface.
awesome.
That'd be great.
That'll be cool.
But
Damn.
yeah, so you know, he comes after the show, after he puts on his performance, he stands in the crowd with me and he's just talking to me. And my sister's like, "That's my fucking brother, y'all." And we're just chatting. We're gonna, you know, and I pulled like a little fangirl move. I had one of my bracelets. I had just watched like his videos heavily, so I'm like, I know he wears his fans' bracelets. I was like, you know what, man? Take one of these.
Nonchalant.
I feel
Yeah.
the coldness that he has in this moment is way different
I
from
was-
us.
Yeah.
Will you take my
I was bursting, you know. And then finally, a Skylight Drive comes on. This was amazing. Like 40 people show up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, it's a show.
Yeah.
And oh my god, like I don't even remember like what song they started off with, but I just remember my childhood. And I was 14 at the time. When I was listening to Skylight Drive, I must have been like 11 or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember all these songs that I was growing up with, and I'm just like cheering. I'm going off. I'm fangirling.
Crying.
I'm crying, baby. It was just the best time of my life.
That's
And
awesome.
we went
That
home
sounds
the next
epic.
day, had school. Like, what the fuck?
But isn't it wild? It's wild though because like that
His life isn't really
moment in time like is gonna be with you forever.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Man, it was
so
insane.
amazing.
Who's next? What concert?
Top that.
Your first, yeah. Fuck your
No
bar.
topping it. So.
He's like,
All
well, you're way up here, my dude.
Yeah. So there's definitely no topping anything like that. So I mean, growing up, I had a family friend who they did a lot of like religious events,
Coke?
and so
Oh.
they did a lot of like church and yeah, the opposite of that. So
They did Christ.
they did a lot of
Cola
like church events, and they did Christ. And so
Jesus crackers.
they would take us to like Christian rock concerts and like Christian rap concerts they'd put on, and those were always a lot of fun. But they were always like small, random, like in some like in a fucking church, you know, like it was nothing
Bethel
super
vibes.
like
Yeah, I was gonna
basically,
say, it
yeah,
reminds me
like,
of-
Exactly what I was
you
thinking
know,
about.
and I mean they were great, and those people definitely put a lot of that energy in, but then of course it got to points where then people were moved by the Holy Ghost and they were crying and throwing themselves all over the place.
Yeah, that's when it gets
Speaking
weird.
in tongues, and at that point you're like, I gotta go. So I
going to pray for
think my first like legit concert, I think I went with you guys.
Oh, what?
I think it was
In Dallas?
and we went to go see. I remember IC Stars was there, and
Was it Architects?
No,
Was
it
it?
was
No, I
IC.
think
It
it
was
was
Asking Alexandria, IC
Asking
Stars.
Alexandria.
Yeah, I used to always want to see that band live. Asking Alexandria.
there was
I
like
always
3
wanted
other
to-
bands, or 2 other bands for sure that like opened before because they played before.
One was Upon a Burning Body.
Yes.
They opened. Then it
Yes.
was IC Stars. Then it was, oh man, who was the third band?
I can't think of it. Is it
Born
Born of Osiris?
I was gonna say, is it Born of Osiris?
I
I'm
think
pretty
so.
sure it
That
was.
has to be-
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
was.
then
That was
yeah,
like
and then
nasty.
Asking Alexandria at
I
headline.
liked that
It was a
show,
good. It was
yeah.
a
So
really
that was like
good.
my first like legit concert,
Yeah.
and it was fucking beautiful.
It was a good concert.
And I had recently like got into IC Stars, and so they had a song, and I was like, man, I'm just fucking ready for that song.
Yeah.
And so as soon as they started playing, Dylan's like, hey, it's your shit, get hype, get hype. And he's like trying to hype me up, and I fucking just froze, and I was just like staring at the stage like, I don't know.
It's
like,
happening.
Is this real life?
like it was a whole moment where I just like froze for like a whole like 3 minutes, the entire song, and I don't know how to process anything. Like I was just so moved that I was like, I can't do
If
anything.
you listen to our love episode,
Oh,
you'll
so
understand
great.
that Crystal does not emote like a
Crystal doesn't
So-
know how to do emotion.
She, you know, like when your computer gets the blue screen, it's like that's what happens when she's
loading.
forced to emote.
Our
So-
little sociopath.
Oh, man.
To kind of go off of that, like I grew up. I say I grew up. This was not any like for my parents' volition. Like I was poor, and so I went to church for snacks and
To eat.
yeah. But I went to a lot of like Christian conferences and shit. But I wouldn't count that because it
I wouldn't
felt
count
like
that either.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's like,
but like they were conferences, so it was like stadium.
yeah.
But
Yeah, but they
like,
probably played the
went to
same
those.
hallelujahs every
I know.
conference.
I don't really remember the artist. I know one of them was like Australian.
I will
She
tell
was
you,
a
some
woman,
of
I
those
don't know.
like Christian rap concerts though were
Yeah.
fucking lit.
For today, Impending Doom at Bethel was the craziest shit I
They
seen when
got-
I was
yeah.
younger.
And
I didn't know that was
Doom,
religion.
that was at
Yeah,
the show
I
where
toured with
Danny
them.
and I,
Yeah.
the one where I was like, I gotta be myself.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
know that was a Christian band.
Yeah,
until
I didn't know either.
They were like doing gutturals, and I saw the pastors in the back were like, "What's going on?" and it's religious. It was
Yeah.
cool. Continue, my bad.
No, you're fine. So my first like concert was Switchfoot, I guess. I had a friend who we met at like a band event, like band nerd event. And he like invited me to prom with him and then like to the Switchfoot concert. So that was my first one, but my first like big concert, because that was like at Baylor University in like a volleyball courtyard. I don't know. It was weird.
Switchfoot?
Yeah. hmm
At a volleyball court?
Yeah, I distinctly remember a volleyball court.
Random. Okay.
It was like probably like a line. I don't know. But I saw B.O.B. in Cali Swag District at UTA.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
really
wow.
fun. That was a fun concert.
B.O.B.
Yeah, because like Cali Swag District was. I remember Cali Swag District more than I remember B.O.B. because they were like running through the aisles of like our auditorium, just like teach me how to Dougie, and I was like, oh my god.
Throwback.
Yeah, that was.
Did you
That's
Dougie?
pretty lit.
At that time, I didn't know how to Dougie.
They were just teaching.
I was
them.
trying really hard. Yeah, I was
Taking
still.
lessons.
They were teaching me. Actually, I learned how to Dougie because of Willow Smith. Because I was like, I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my. Oh my god! I don't know how to Dougie. It was crazy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I don't have like an exciting story like Fabian.
No, that's awesome though.
Anyway.
I'll edit
That's
Fabian to
great.
be last.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to
Cut
edit it.
Fabian out.
It doesn't even exist.
Just be
anymore.
like, I went to this concert. Cut.
And then we went to school the next day.
Cut. Next.
like a weather service announcement.
What about yours, Perkins?
I did my EDM one already.
Oh, yeah, you did, huh?
Was that your
I-
first concert
That
though?
was his first.
Oh, so if we're going by first,
Yeah.
who did I see first? You know what? I remember high school. Okay, there was a time at the Expo Center. Who was it? It was either fucking Korn or Slipknot. There was
It was Korn.
Was it 3 Days Grace with them?
Yep.
Wait,
And
was
like,
Godsmack
I
there?
always hear about this shit.
Dude, it happened.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it happened. I remember. Okay.
I remember this shit.
I missed all of the times that Korn was at the expo for work.
That was my
Dumb
first
stuff.
one. It was my first experience because prior to that, you know, I remember hearing about shows in Bethel, and I think I went, but I don't remember any of them as vividly as the Expo Center with fucking Korn and blah, blah, blah. I was young. I was just my first time going to a show. I walked in. The first thing I noticed was not the fucking artists and shit. It was how much smoke was in there. How many people were smoking blunts and like the security guards were doing nothing. I had been
Whatever.
growing up like, are drugs legal? Puffing
Concerts
smoke.
make drugs legal.
They really do.
Concerts
It's weird.
make drugs.
Yeah.
And then you know what? I remember 3 Days Grace. I hated that band, but after seeing them live, dude, I'm sorry. I just thought they were trash. But I saw them live, and then let's start a riot. Dude, I was into their shit after seeing them fucking live.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bullshit.
Live music changes
Oh, it
perspective
does.
a lot. Like
Yeah, it was.
Dude,
Sometimes
is there
negatively, but
It
that
was fun
concert,
live.
like a Godsmack concert? This is my best way to describe my mom because, like, I was a goody two shoes in school. Like, I was like, I must have everyone's approval in school. And I remember there was either that concert or, like, I want to say Godsmack. Were they at the Expo Center at some point?
I don't know if it,
I know Stained was.
I was gonna say it.
I
feel
don't
like-
remember.
Well, who was with?
Papa
it was
Roach
3
was
Days
there at
Grace,
one
Korn,
point. I don't
and
know if
who?
they were at that one though.
There was someone who was like religious and they
remember.
did piano shit, bro. I can't remember. It was
I
like
don't remember.
Well-
Because I didn't go to that concert. I just remember
yeah.
them being there. So
okay.
and I didn't go to these concerts,
Was that
but
when Hellstorm was at? Hellstorm played.
No, I don't know.
remember.
But I remember, like, that concert happened and the next day was school. And then everyone was, like, telling their story about, like, oh, yeah, like,
Tell us
I
the
punched
tale of
you.
3
Like,
Days
their,
Grace.
like, mosh pit stories. And at that time, I didn't know what the fuck a mosh pit was. I was like, okay, listening. And then one of my classmates was like, oh, I saw your mom in the mosh pit. I was like, great. My mom is cooler than I am. No doubt.
it was fun. Like the energy I felt when going in because I was new to it. Like there was a phase of my life, and there's pictures that I hide deeply you'll never see.
Oh, we're gonna.
But there were, it was like I was really more into rap and shit. I'm really into rap now still, but more into metal and all that. But back in the day, I was with my brother and friends. Rap. I was like, the fuck is metal? Like hardcore against.
I can't understand a word they say.
Get out.
I know
Went to
all
that
the
show.
all the things.
All the
Yeah.
things.
It was fun. The crowd was going crazy. They moshed. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, why are you fucking pushing me?
Yeah.
And then I found out, that gets them excited. So
Yeah.
we're pushing each other like, what's going on? You're supposed to stop.
You're like, get off me. They're like, yeah.
And my friends are like,
They're like,
yeah,
now
dude.
you're getting
They're
it.
like, look at you go. And I'm like, oh, so we're just pushing each other for fun. Okay. And then, like, I remember feeling happy because I was like, these people aren't all dicks. People fell on the ground and everyone
Picked
rushed
them
to
right
yank them in the air. I was like,
Yeah.
Number one rule.
yo, I was like, that's fucking lit. I mean,
Shout
you're
out.
helping them. I thought you were about to get
Yeah.
curb stomped, but look at you now. You're good
Look at
to
you
go.
now.
Yeah, I
Like-
feel like the rules of like when people mosh, like it's fucking insane. Like how quick
It's
everybody's
violent
like,
and
oh,
also
hold on,
extremely
Yeah.
hold on.
violent.
Like,
Shout
pause,
out to
time
the
out.
I miss,
Yeah.
I miss with the fiery intensity of how it used to be, and I'm showing my age. I'm not that old, damn it, but still, I just went to like a Brand of Sacrifice concert and all these other bands and shit, and then like I went there, motherfuckers are out of breath. Oh God, they're singing songs that had nothing to do with the metal band, and I can't describe how disappointed I was for a little bit. I got
Of the crowd or the band?
the fucking crowd, dude.
Oh, okay.
It was a crowd back in the day, bro. You could fucking. I remember at Bethel. I remember wearing a belt around my wrist. I cut it into my own
my
makeshift
God.
bracelet. Me and the guy would be beating the shit out of each other. And it was fucking lit. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was
church
just part of it. I'm talking about like I backhand him.
my
He
God.
backhand the shit out of me. Pick each other up. Yeah. VLC, there was a concert they used. Like a bird and worm.
Oh.
There was a giant woman that picked up me and this other guy that were moshing. We thought we were gonna rush her. Yeah, let's knock her down. I'm not lying. Yeet! Like through us, and I was like, I love you. This is amazing. Do it again. And she was just fucking a gigantic knocking everyone away. Like music has changed, the crowd has changed, but I can remember those mosh pits, how much energy was in them, how much fun that was. Like no one was trying to legitimately hurt each other. it was just like you were feeling the music so much. Like headbanging went into pushing into a let's get this fucking wall of death. Like a wall of death. I was like, what is a wall of death?
Are we gonna
Smash! Like, oh my god!
I'm in danger.
It's just amazing that how people would just eat that shit up. I was part of it. I get knocked on my ass more times than you'd ever think. It was beautiful. It was fucking fun. Like,
I have to
Yeah.
stay out of it because I know that I understand like everybody's living their best lives. We're all having a good time.
Yeah.
But the one time that somebody like throws something wrong, like that's it. I'm going to jail. And so I can watch from a distance, but I try to make sure that I don't get close. And I feel like smaller events, like smaller concerts and shows, when it's like 3 people who want to try to mosh, like, bitch, stop. Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
And that shit pisses me off because I'm like, why are you fucking, like, bitch, there's 50 feet of space. Go live your life. Why are you on top of me right now? Like,
That's
fucking throwing
hilarious.
elbows and
There's
shit.
this Inner Shikari concert. So I was introduced to this like scene and genre when Danny and I started dating because I like didn't know it existed because I was like Jesus. And
That was her music.
that really, yeah. I'm like, but I got introduced to the scene when I started dating Danny. So any of those shows I went to was with Danny, and so I was always like safe from the mosh pit because Danny was like my like wall. And I learned over time that like you can be in the front row and be safe because the mosh pit's like in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, typically.
they'll grab your ass.
You can be in the front row and be like, okay, cool. Well, nobody's over here. Mosh pit's over there. So I went to an Inner Shikari concert without Danny because he was on tour. I was like, this is fine. And I went with my mom. And it was a venue in Austin. And it was jam-packed because it's a smaller venue and it's a big band. And so I was like, well, I'm going to the front because this is where it's safe. Like, I've had experiences in the past where this is safe. Like, anyway. And so my mom and I were there, and, like, first song, we're, like, jumping and enjoying our life. And then, like, they go into a song, and Danny probably knows exactly what song it is. I don't know.
I'd have to hear it, but
They started playing it, and everybody was like, rage! Like,
rage, fucking rage.
exactly.
Dun, 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 dun.
The crowd like turned into like I think it was that one.
No,
It
there's
might
no way.
have
There's
been
no
that
way they
one.
opened with that song.
No, it was the second song. Second or third. Yeah, it was like
I was gonna say
it was not the opener.
They don't open
song.
with that song because they play a medley of songs.
No,
now
yeah, it
with that
was not
song.
the opener song.
Yeah.
First, like little bit, I was like, "This is exactly
not
what
the
I
winner?
thought."
It's not.
I
it's
probably-
not that song.
I don't know.
It's not that song.
But I was like, yeah. So anyway, that song comes on. Everyone's like, "Fuck yeah!" And then we were literally like the anchovies crowd and like SpongeBob. It was like anchovies, and like I just remember my mom and I were like, because the crowd was like squished together, lifted you up, and you're just like,
You just gotta go with the
You're
flow.
like wherever the crowd is taking you. I just remember like looking at my mom and being like, I love you, bye. And then waking up on the floor. Some guy picked me. I don't even remember the guy getting me up, but like they took me to the back where like the bar was to get me some water. I like definitely was concussed.
Oh,
My
fuck.
mom said that like she was like, "Where's Alex?" She didn't see. She looked down. She said I was literally like this. I was like this, and like people were stomping all over me.
Oh god.
Yeah. So I had neck problems for a long time after that. Even now, sometimes I can't turn my head that way. Like,
like
I would say
Batman.
like 2 years after
Early
that.
90s
Baptism
Yeah.
by fucking fire.
For real.
Yeah.
That's when I
God.
started like going to the chiropractor, and I like got like an expensive pillow, like a $200 pillow to like be okay. And I remember after the show going to like talk to Rao and being like, I was definitely concussed still. I was not drinking at this show. And I was like, hey, like, I was like, by the way, I'm not drunk. I fell down and everyone was stomping on me. And he was like, okay. And I was like, Anyway, and I was hoping he'd be like, I'm sorry that happened to you. But
That's just like
he probably thought I was drunk.
well, no, well, maybe probably.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not drunk.
That's the first thing a drunk person says. Actually,
Exactly.
And I only had 12 beers.
Yeah. But anyway, that was like that, like you said, like baptism by fire. Because this was my first time going without Danny, so I was like,
This is what happened if you
this
don't go
is
with your
I
shit.
was like, I think I've gone to enough shows to know that this is okay. But I'd never gone to an Enter Shikari show before.
Enter Shikari will do that. to
Yeah.
you.
Their
I gotta
shows are
say,
wild.
I kept looking at Danny because I do remember we all went to an Enter Shikari show. I think.
I don't think Alex.
No,
went to
that was
one.
that was the only one I've ever been
Oh,
to.
so I went
Yeah.
with the Shield.
Yeah. That's why you're safe.
He was protected.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought the same thing. That was the first show that made me realize the crowd. You're not safe.
Yeah,
anywhere.
there's no safe area.
And we were in the Corova in San Antonio,
Yeah.
and I love that venue. But when it gets to the basement and stuff, it sucks.
That basement stinks. Most basements do.
Yes.
But
I think I saw
man,
someone yeah.
we were just packed like sardines. I swear, I was just like this, and we're jumping.
It's so crazy.
I didn't want to
how
jump,
they
and
do
yeah,
that.
we just. I'm not even.
Yeah,
trying
you don't
to
have
jump.
a choice.
You know,
Yeah.
you're
You're part of the
you're
crowd.
gonna
You're fucking
jump.
Yeah.
Jumping.
What are you doing here?
Yeah,
Lift
I
your
just
feet up
remember
now.
I just kept on saying, I'm sorry. I'm like grinding on some girl or something. I'm like, it's not me, it's not me.
Justin, what was your first concert?
So I mean, I grew up in Temple, so it's probably the same as everybody's. There's
the Bethel
Bethel,
show,
and then
yeah.
FUMC, which is that the one that's in downtown Temple, like right behind where
Yeah.
churches or Ernie.
That's
Music
that
vault.
big Methodist church, like right off.
Yeah,
of,
that
like,
that
you drive
was
past it,
Oh,
you- like,
actually,
you
I
know
think
it.
I do remember going to a
that
concert
was
there.
Bethel before Bethel decided they also wanted to do music.
Yeah.
They had like a rec room there, and
Oh,
I
cool.
saw not Caddisfly. Flyleaf before they were Flyleaf there.
Wow.
Passerby.
Passerby.
Passerby,
The Grove was another cool one. These are all, local-ish
Local.
bands, but my, I guess, first big band was Coheed in 2005.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Right after their debut album came out, we saw them, a band called Dredge, Me Without You. That was like my first big introduction to music like that. It was really cool because Dredge, like their drummer, put on the best fucking show ever. He played the keyboard while he was also drumming.
Oh shit.
And as their set ended, they started taking away bits and pieces of his drums, and he just kept playing with whatever was there.
Yeah.
Until he ended up with a snare and a keyboard and played for 30 minutes.
What?
That's
And-
actually a prank that a lot of bands will pull on each other, like towards the end of tours. We'll just we'll go on stage and just grab a piece of the drums and walk off stage with them,
good
like
luck.
as they're playing their set. Like sometimes they know that it's coming, but a lot of the times they don't. So like, I remember we did that one time and there was a drummer that was like, hey, like just like trying to like hit our hands and stuff so we wouldn't take things, but we would still get away
This
with it.
drummer was fucking intense. Like at one point, one of his hi-hats fell, and they tried to come and like pick it up, and he just kicked him off the stage. Like kicked him.
Outta here,
Like,
yeah. Get the fuck off here.
That was. I've seen Coheed a few times. I've been to a few, and Caddisfly is another band I've said a few times. I loved them. I saw them in San Antonio and Dallas, and it was kind of similar to your like only 3-4 people there type thing. It was such a weird
Those
show.
are the
It was-
best concerts.
The best.
It was like a fucking abandoned church feel. We were sitting in like stadium seats that were rickety and shit. The guy played a plant.
A plant?
What?
He played a plant.
Played
Like the
Is
bot.
mayonnaise an instrument?
That's my favorite line.
His
It was
diesel
like
is an instrument.
I'm pretty sure the plant was fake, but he plugged like an amp or something into it and was like holding it into the light. And whenever he exposed it to light, it made noises.
Oh,
Like
those are
That
those.
sounds cool.
Okay.
Like it was just fucking nuts, and it was
Music theory.
it was so fucking cool, man.
Science.
Yeah, he played a fucking plant.
Wow.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I love when they do like stuff like that. When they bring like, so we saw Nothing More.
I was just thinking
I was-
that.
And he like brings out this massive like thing. They, like,
They
like a
built.
scorpion.
It's called a
garage or
scorpion. They
something.
built that.
Yeah,
for-
and it's fucking
I don't know,
insane.
As a musician, I don't understand that machine, but it like
It's so weird.
it's almost like a MIDI
The
keyboard
sounds it
that
makes.
affects
Yeah.
their
Fucking insane.
sound. I don't
love
know.
shit
It's
like that.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Musicians, man, you find a way to make music out of anything. I think that's a really cool thing too.
Yeah. So my first real big concert, because obviously we've all been saying we were
Right.
going to those Bethel concerts and stuff like that. But my first real concert was actually Warped Tour.
shit.
in 04.
Wow.
And the only reason I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know Warped Tour was a thing. Obviously had been a thing for a few years at that point, but I had been following My Chemical Romance. They were on that Warped Tour.
Oh wow.
And so I went and saw them. They were so goddamn good. Like, they were really, really good.
awesome.
And it's crazy because we're actually going to go see them later this year.
Oh yeah.
And this is the first time
Hell
that I'll
yeah.
see them since that Warped Tour.
Oh, for real?
God, what
Yeah.
a fucking
That's
glow
crazy.
up.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is the first time
I
I've ever
cannot
seen
wait.
them.
Have you guys listened to their new music?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's funny because some people are saying that they didn't like it because of the production, but I think it was on purpose.
It
A
sounds
band
kinda
like
their
My
old
Chemical
shit.
Romance isn't short of funds to find a
Right.
producer to make
Yeah.
them sound however they want to
Yeah.
sound. The sound that they put out is
What
what
they
they
wanted.
wanted. They're
Yeah.
they're a very artistic band. Nothing that they do is on accident.
I feel like it was like very like it sounds like original. Like it
Yeah.
sounds like their old shit. Like, and I think that they did that on purpose.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You know who else doesn't do anything on accident? Your girl Taylor Swift.
Oh my god. Okay, well, okay, that's a good segue. We talked about our first concerts.
Why does everyone
Who's
hate
your
Taylor
favorite artist? No, that's a good question. Why does everyone hate Taylor Swift? No.
Let's talk about it.
Who's your number one artist that, like, no matter what they put out,
Oh, wow.
you're gonna listen to that
No
shit?
matter what
Ooh,
you put out.
Dance Gavin Dance Excision. Off
Did
rip.
you hear the stuff about Dance
I
Gavin
did.
Dance?
I did
That's
hear this
sad.
shit. We could no, I don't want to get into it. I want to be happy real fast. Yeah, there's some shit going on
We
with
could
them.
have
and
a
you
whole
could Google
episode
it.
on bands that
Bands
keep
that
fucking
diddle.
up.
Yeah, bands
But,
you
uh,
can't
Diddle.
listen to because
Yeah.
some of them want to be fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What is it? But Dance Gavin Dance for me, I have been listening to them since like my early
God,
high
I
school
love them.
days. And they have switched singers multiple times, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
I
one
I think
thing
they've had
I
three
fuck
singers.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt
They had,
Travis, shout out.
Johnny Craig was one of them.
Yep.
And
I
I
hate
love,
Johnny Craig.
dude. I got to see them when he was there, and
Yeah.
they were with. I set my friends on fire. That shit was fucking weird, but it was cool because the
Hell
lead
yeah.
singer with the afro. I was happy you brought him up. He was
Hell
smoking the blunt on stage.
Yeah.
I was like, "You're such a fucking badass, dude." I was in high school like, "Oh my god," because there was a fucking security guard cop right there, and he was just like. I was like, oh god! But Johnny Craig got me in my feelings. I'm like, you're a man. How do you make me feel this way with your vocals?
He's so vocally talented.
Is Johnny
it's
Craig the bad
insane,
one?
But yes, he
Oh, he's
is
the bad
not.
one, okay.
He's a bad
I get him
person,
confused with Craig
apparently.
Owens. I'm
Yeah.
like, I always have to ask Danny which was the bad one.
And then
Yeah.
like live wise, Excision to this day, his show, like even if you're not into like the dubstep EDM genre, if you're ever gonna go see someone live, it should be Excision. He has the best stage performance equipment you're gonna see. So imagine
love a
you're
good
on
show.
stage
Yeah.
or you're watching him on stage. He has a song called Robo Kitty. In the background, his stage is like transforming and shit. The lights are
dope.
fucking moving.
That's
It's
dope.
like this
That
Robo
sounds
Kitty. Dun, dun, dun. It's a fucking giant mechanical robot going crazy behind him.
They got a mech.
Dude, that's how he makes his shows. And he always has the loudest speakers, the lights. Like, to this day, I can't think of an artist that has topped him. Just performance-wise, it's insane. It gets you, like, you could feel the bass shake your heart. Okay? Like,
That's
you're
not
on
good. You
stage,
should
you're like
go
this.
to a doctor.
Changing your rhythm.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Having a seizure.
Yeah, that's actually not good for you.
And you say that, it felt great at the moment. But yeah, that's those are my two.
Yeah.
Off rip that I can just listen to all fucking day.
I actually think mine is Enter Shikari.
Yeah.
Because they have an album and they have a song for every occasion. Because they have heavy songs and then they also have just like out there songs that just don't make sense, but they make them sound so good.
I love shit like that too.
Yeah,
That's-
like it's just so different that it's, I don't know, I just can't not listen to it. On top of that, their live performances are probably the best performances that I've ever seen because I've seen them, I want to, not even exaggerating, I think I've seen them like 8 or 9 times.
God,
And it's
dang.
because
You're going to see him again this year.
yeah,
too, right?
yeah, I already got tickets to see them when they come to
Oh,
the US.
yeah.
Yeah, it's because they just the way they perform, it's never the same. Like it's always a different concert. It's always a different show. And I'm a big like production guy, so like the way their lights are set up and like
Right.
everything, like I need all of it. I need the full package, and every single time it's just so good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry You're Not a Winner is a fucking amazing song.
It,
That's how I
dude,
got
it's
put on it.
I was listening to that in high school, and it's still like
It's on my playlist.
one of the
at
top.
gym.
Yeah, it's still one of the top songs.
They played that "Give Me the Manager" song whenever I
Give me
went to their
that.
show.
Yeah, I love that song. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I just want to say man, probably Deftones, man. I gotta go with that classic, Chino Marino, man. Honestly, the whole band is amazing, but Chino in particular, I just discovered his 2 other bands like maybe a year or 2 ago, and he's just so dynamic. He has Crosses that he's in a band, and the lead singer also, and Team Sleep. Shout out Team Sleep. Just an amazing band. They made me discover this genre like this year that I'm just so hyped about. And it's called shoegaze. I guess they fall into that category now, whereas back in the day they were new metal. I mean, that guitar and everything, just everything. The tone. Yeah. So perfect. I would love to see them live soon. They're still touring, so I'm like, shit, I gotta get on this.
Yeah, for real. Don't make that mistake on waiting too long, because I'm a huge Linkin Park fan.
Yeah.
My dog is literally named after Chester, and I never saw them live.
I wish I got to see that one.
Yeah.
See, I'm not making that mistake with Incubus this year.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's why I jumped on Backstreet Boys tickets.
No, that was. I'm actually surprised that happened.
I paid for
thought
the
that ship had sailed.
advance. They're like, tickets go on sale Friday, but you can get them for like 18 extra bucks today. I was like, yes. I was afraid.
Just like, give it now.
You know what? Speaking of like all these different music, because everyone has their different kind. Has there been a genre of music that you saw live that you weren't expecting to enjoy, but you fucking loved it? Like, for me personally, I can think of blues. If you blues, I saw it live, and like me and Slim Jim went together. It was our first time seeing it, and I only thought about going to see something live like that because my brother, he's really into old school blues, jazz, old. Like when I say old, like shit, just really old classics. So we're in Austin. We're like, let's check out this blues bar because they got one there. I forget what it's called. I can't remember, but it's there. So one of the few they got. Me and her walk in, and we're the youngest ones there, but everyone there was just being so fucking chill. And we're like, where's the music at? We go down, get our drinks. Dude, these guys came out fucking saxophone, fucking some giant fucking, I don't even know what, it looked like a giant guitar, but it was huge. Oh no,
Is
it a cello?
Maybe, okay. Fucking huge, and they had a vocal. It was chill, dude. It was so fucking amazing. Then we saw these couples go out there and they started vibing, dancing, and I was like, dude, what is going on? Like, it was all of it was a good experience. We were drinking, enjoying the entire atmosphere. There was a point where another band came on, no vocals were ever said, but the guys were just fucking doom,
straight instruments.
I feel like some music you have to just be there for the full experience. Like you couldn't just put that on your iPod at home and get the same experience that you would if you were there.
Animals.
That's how I am with like metal, whatever genre, because like there are some songs I listen to like for fun. Yeah. For the most part, I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to listen to that song that's like screaming in my ear.
I'm that way.
Yell
at me loud.
Though, but live, I'm like, wow, this is like an experience, and I like jump up and down and like enjoy that experience. But like when I'm like working out, it stresses me out to listen to. Like I'm opposite from Danny. Like he loves to listen to metal. And, like,
I can only listen to metal when I work out.
Yeah, when I'm working out, I'm listening to like show tunes. Like I'm like, this is a fun time. It's high energy, but I'm not stressed.
Gotta
Those
put that pep in my
levels.
step.
Just fucking cortisol levels.
I think my favorite artist would be, I mean, they're pretty obvious. It's Incubus and Coheed. Anything they put out, I'm going to support as far as I can.
He definitely does.
He's not lying.
I occasionally, because I use like YouTube music, and so occasionally like I'll go through their like what's new and see what they have there. And so more recently, like I've added like 5 new songs to like my like, I think it's like my like super mix that they make for you or whatever, and just like, you always got the same songs playing. And he's like ranting. I'm like, dude, these songs literally just came out. And he's like, I got new
song came out last night. What are you talking about?
It's not the songs, it's the artist. She has like the same 5 artists continue to play.
I feel that though.
So wait,
there's
so
like
recently
Motionless in White.
I listened to some Motionless in White, and
Machine
so
Gun Kelly, Avril Lavigne.
So
Hey.
I
Rise
don't know
Against.
why this has happened. So when he says Rise Against, I literally just listened to our new Rise Against song that came out like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And so yesterday we played another, like one of the new songs. I made him listen to it. So it played like 4 other like Rise Against songs like in my mix, and he's like, "It was playing a lot of Rise Against stuff. You always got Rise Against on here." And
I feel like
it
the way
happened
she's
one
saying
day. Are
this
you
makes me sound like I'm
serious?
being an asshole about it. I'm like, man, there's a lot of Rise Against playing now. I didn't realize she has like fucking AI that's adapting to a song she listened to.
Every time it plays the same artist, like, you listen to these people a lot, and I'm like,
She does.
I don't. What are you
does.
saying? Like, more realistically, like, I've been listening to a lot of Help Me Out.
We don't know.
Yes,
Bring
let's,
the Horizon.
let's help you find what you're listening
So
to.
I've been listening to a lot of Bring Me the Horizon recently, but I feel like, well, like, talking as far as like artists that you're gonna listen to like whenever, I was just really trying to think of it. Because of like where my musical like taste lies, sometimes it just depends on like what my mood is, or like how I'm feeling, or just like what that season's got going on, you know. And so I think one person that's been consistent for me is fucking Adele. And I was like, but I love Adele. And I've told you guys this 1,000 times. I feel like when she makes her music, she puts so much of her into her songs that like you feel that shit. And so I can listen to her sing all fucking day. She's so goddamn. It's so fucking
I'd like to
good.
add Ed Sheeran to that list too. That
Ed
man
Sheeran.
cannot miss.
Yeah, honestly. I really like the Ed Sheeran Bring Me the Horizon.
Fuck.
That one's
That's a good
I can't listen to the original now. And
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Like,
I
put
just-
the good version on.
Yeah.
Let's get this shit out of
for
here.
real.
Yeah.
I do love Ed Sheeran. I have so many artists. It's so hard.
It is a really tough question
It's
to
so
ask,
hard to pick
like, who's your
one
favorite artist?
person.
Because
Yeah.
obviously music, you can't
might
just...
change a
What was your... Was it Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say,
You
like,
who
you're,
you like.
I'm
you're
so
constantly
sorry.
listening to Taylor Swift.
I know that it's basic as fuck, but Taylor Swift just has the vibe that's good for me for everyday life. Like, I have a playlist called Get Swifty, and it's all of the Taylor Swift albums in one, and I'll just hit shuffle and just like live my best life. There are very few songs that I skip. She's an amazing songwriter. She's a wordsmith. Don't get me wrong. Some of her songs are like
Cheeseball.
basic and cheeseball, but I think those are the songs that
I think it's early stuff.
Well, not even early stuff, but like she's like, this is good for marketing. People are gonna fucking listen to this. Like, Shake It Off.
Oh, she's a fucking brand. It's
Fucking
smart.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, Shake It Off is basic as fuck. The Look What You Made Me Do is basic as fuck. Like, I don't love the lyrics to those songs, but like they are on the radio every single fucking day, forever and
catchy.
ever and ever. Because they're catchy.
The only beef I have with Taylor Swift is that song where she's like, to this sick beat, and then it's the most basic beat that I've
It's
ever
the
heard
same
followed
exact
up.
beat
She
that's-
has,
Yeah,
she
it
has
is.
another song. Yeah, because it's like this. It's like, to this sick beat.
Hey,
That's not a sick beat. There is a song that she has though, because I listen to her listen
the
to
other
Taylor
day,
Swift all the time.
I literally listen to Taylor Swift like the way that like some people listen to like jazz. They're like, wait, listen to this. Enjoy this. The other day, I was listening to her on the radio, and like I was like, babe, it's coming. Listen to this, and she's like, boom, like it did the beat, and he was like, this is the beat she should have had. Like
This is the sick beat.
he is so hung up on that. I knew he was gonna bring that. He's always talking about that. But yeah,
I get super literal listening to music sometimes just to piss Crystal off. I'm like, there's a Ghost
annoying.
of You. It's like a Justin Bieber
Justin,
song.
yeah.
I'm like, is
Ghost
he
of You by
saying that
Justin
he
Bieber.
wants to
MCR?
I
live
was
with
like,
their
that's My Chemical
murderer?
Romance.
Yeah.
I'm like, he'll settle for the ghost of you. That means she has to die. He misses you more than
Like, if
life.
he out here
he's
murdering
he's
people,
never,
I'm
he's
like,
never had to
God
live
damn
without
it.
life. That means that he doesn't miss her at all. This is bullshit. This song is trash.
trash.
I
But
gotta
yeah.
say, there is one band in particular. I'm waiting for the segue, but I cannot wait to talk about them. And it's just new music I've been listening to.
Bro, just segue it.
Do it. Yeah,
Did I
just tell us.
segue
Yeah,
that?
just do it.
Sleep Token. Holy shit. I am obsessed with them right now. And I was just talking
Silence,
to
we're all
everybody
like-
about
We're
them.
like, who are they?
Yeah, I thought you were coming with some
It's-
like fire. And
No, it's funny though because
Teach us.
we can't technically play any music. It's funny. This is a weird thing because it's an entire episode about music that we can't actually play music. So it's like we can sing
we
it,
hum it?
maybe.
I feel like we should do a bit where we all pick a song and hum, and then see if we can guess what that song
I know.
is.
I was about to say the lead singer sounds like Bastille, and I cannot hit those
Yeah,
notes.
actually,
Oh,
he did show me it
Bastille.
before
No,
we did the recording.
we
It
could
was
link a
really
lot of
dope.
this too. You
Yeah.
know, like,
Bastille
you
puts
guys
out
have
We'll link
got-
all the
music.
bands and artists that we named. We'll put your Getting Swifty playlist
Hey.
on there too.
Yeah.
I think we should each, if we can, make a playlist to try
Oh,
and link
yeah.
or something with
Yeah.
the
The
music.
music
If you
that
have
we all.
iTunes, you can leave your playlist
Yeah,
You can like
that's,
share it.
That's that
Yeah.
Spotify's the same way.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is my
I don't have either of those.
What the hell's wrong with you?
She's the only
Wait, you
person
put
with
the other
time.
YouTube
So
playlist?
Spotify has a family plan for $15. You can put
Can you
5 people
link
on
your
it.
YouTube
Sponsored by
playlist?
Spotify.
Probably. I just realized that I always go to my YouTube
I knew
like
it.
playlist. So I just
YouTube
stopped.
music.
Yeah, I
It's
was like,
the
so
fucking
I just
worst, 'cause
stopped
if we're listening
playing
to like
or
a
paying
music
for
video
it.
that's got like acting in it,
Ugh.
I have to
you have
listen
to
to like
listen
a
to the
3-minute
acting.
intro.
You can skip
Okay,
it.
so first of all, when you use YouTube Music, they don't do that.
Well,
they
you
don't
used
actually
to.
play
Sorry, I guess
if I
it's
just play
evolved.
like music off regular ass fucking YouTube, obviously it's gonna play the whole fucking video.
Yeah.
But also, I stopped being cheap and actually played for premium, so we don't get ads.
They
So
got
Jim
you?
uses that too. Don't worry.
I
Jim
love
does
it
use
though. Like they do. Like I feel like
She's
they
tried.
do such a good job.
Like,
Yeah,
she's tried Spotify.
I literally only got Spotify for our podcast so I can listen to it. And then we got to a point where I was like, I know what we're talking about. I know what it sounds like. Justin plays it for
Well,
me.
now
I
you
was like,
can-
why am I paying for this?
Now you
And
can
so I was
listen
like,
on YouTube.
All right. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, Crystal, you suck. Jeez.
I think
Man.
it's crazy how much diversity there is when it comes to like music for everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I've never heard of that band, but if I
Yeah,
sat
I'm
there
gonna
and
look
said,
it up.
Yeah.
if I sat there and told y'all another favorite of mine is like Cherry
Yeah.
Coke or fucking BB, y'all would be like,
I only
who
know
the
I
fuck
know
Cherry
is
Cherry
Coke
Coke.
because
Cherry
of you.
Coke's cool.
Yeah, but I know
hate
Cherry
Cherry
Coke.
But I just have to say, Sleep Token, I really gotta. They are just amazing. Pretty much, they have a whole concept going on with them. They worship the deity of sleep, and so they wear masks. One of my favorite mask bands, Slipknot. Of course, they have a whole thing going on them too. Like, you know, usually bands that wear masks, they don't want people to focus on their faces. They want to focus on the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Hollywood Undead.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I was waiting for Justin to talk shit.
Oh,
Like
We won't go into
Marshmallow.
that. It's okay.
God, they are the fucking worst.
they are.
Their music just smells like fucking Vicodin and vodka. Throw the fuck up.
But
Throw
I
the-
promise you guys, you will not be disappointed when you hear Sleep Token. It's like Bastille, the lead singer, we're still trying to find out who he is. At least I've been looking it up. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's not Bastille. No, it's not him from, it's
You
not.
probably got it right. They're just like, fucking listen to the music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Look
And
at our
that's
masks.
really what it
Look at our masks.
boils down to. They've collaborated with one of my other favorite bands, Loathe, man, and they've done like a version of Is It Really You? And if you haven't heard Loathe, they are also fucking amazing.
They are really good.
So just take time out of your day and listen to them.
Yeah,
I
we'll
promise you
link
won't
everything
Link
in the
everything on
description.
Facebook.
They're the heavy
Yeah.
metal
Yeah.
Right
best
down there.
Let me judge your music.
Ooh, we could even make
Shit.
some TikToks with some of these.
Oh, what's
musics.
a group that y'all could introduce? Like people don't really know as well.
Blackpink, bitches.
I fucking love
They
Blackpink.
did something with Lady Gaga, so for y'all that are fans of her,
God
They do
damn.
stuff with
Does he
Selena
like
Gomez
Blackpink?
I
too.
was
Selena
like,
Gomez.
that
Yeah.
got so hyped so fast.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Blackpink
Blackpink
is
is
sick.
good, and they dance like so good. Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
tried to like learn one of their dances.
did spend,
and I
like,
was
an hour
They
learning
make it
the
look
dance.
so effortless,
dude, they're
and it's
good.
fucking
I was
hard.
getting it though. I was getting it.
I immediately was like, I can't do this.
Love their
Yeah.
choreography.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah, when it comes to like
exactly.
K-pop, it's insane how crazy they get with it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
put so much money into the production and K-pop.
Yeah.
For me, it's I would say Northlane. They're
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
probably my top band right now. They're a very good mix of like heavy with electronics and the singing and screaming, like well balanced. They have songs where it's mostly screaming. They have songs that is only singing. Like I swear, there's one song that reminds me of like old chill 90s techno, and I love that sound. Like it is
Oh,
so
yeah.
sick. It's so angelic and just makes you feel like you're floating when you're listening to it.
Like a synthwave.
It's
Yeah.
kind of not like
Yeah.
80s synthwave,
Yeah.
but like
But like, if
techno.
there's a '90s synthwave, then that's
yes,
what it is.
yeah,
Sure.
definitely. It's I'm gonna link it because that song, yeah, it blew me out of the water. Because like I listened to their entire album, bunch of sick songs, sick heavy songs, but my favorite song on the album is the softest song on the album.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
That
sometimes
good.
the soft songs just hit.
Sing to me.
They hit so hard.
Crystal, what would yours be to see if
Yeah.
I'll step on your toes at all with it?
So I don't think you're going to, mainly because, so even Perkins asked earlier about like seeing different genres and like if they surprised you.
Right.
And I feel like I've never really had that because I like as a like a thing because I feel like I can literally find a song in almost any genre or any band that I'm like, okay, I like that.
Country.
Yeah.
But it takes me,
no,
like, I can do
fuck with
country.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
blasphemous.
Yeah, but
I'm right
I
there
also
with you.
grew up with
90s
like,
female country
and,
is
like,
it.
we could fucking kill some
you
Shania
had
Twain
Shania
right now.
Twain, Dixie Chicks,
I can't
Reba
do country.
McEntire.
Like, I'm
I
here
knew
for
she
it.
was
Try.
gonna
I
come
like
up.
some, but
But so there's like everything. And so right now, like I was sitting here trying to think of like a specific band or a specific artist that like, oh, maybe they don't know this person. And I honestly, I can't think of one that I feel like I could actually
Like
voice
surprise.
out there.
Just throw it
Yeah,
out
like
there.
I
Fuck
think,
it.
like, cause I was like, right now, the only thing I'm thinking about is like music I've listened to more recently, and I've been listening to people who have like new music coming out. So like we said, Rise Against earlier. Rise Against just released like 5 songs.
Nice.
I haven't.
I actually
listened to
didn't know
Rise
that they came
Against.
out with new music, so I'm
Yeah.
actually I
I
do
was
want
like,
to
I
check that
hadn't
out.
listened to them in years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, but we just started recently listening to them. Of course, I said Ed Sheeran. You know, but these are all people that I know that like
Yeah.
you guys have heard.
They
of.
don't need
You
they
know
don't need
them.
help
They don't
being
need
promoted or
yeah.
anything.
So trying to, I mean, I'm gonna keep thinking on it to see if I can bring
Yeah.
somebody back.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I don't really.
mine would be From Ashes to New.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they're
I think that might be one
relatively,
Too.
and I honestly thought that's where you would have gone. She
Yeah.
introduced me to one song they'd released during the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's a dope name. too.
Very Linkin Park vibe with like the
Yes.
rap rock type thing.
That's my brain just like, oh, you guys know.
Yeah, we're actually gonna go see them next month with
it's
Memphis
gonna be
Mayfire.
great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like you
Fire.
are.
Yeah.
You're going to-
So
Me too, yeah.
yeah, I like them, and a lot of their music's been really cool.
Yeah.
They have, and I do like their music a lot.
I would say any time that someone like on social media is like, hey, I'm looking for new music, what should I listen to? I always say the same thing, even though I don't listen to them all the time. There's this band project, I think it's just one guy who's doing everything, called Eden Project or Eden. Have y'all heard of them? Fabian, have you?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, that really does.
Yeah.
Talk
Sounds
to
like
me.
something you would know. Well, there's this.
I saw them play once actually at a coffee bar, and he was the only person there. And they signed his body. So
It's on my iPod.
There's this one song called Times Like These, and it is just a musical masterpiece beginning to end. Like, the chord progressions are beautiful, the lyrics are beautiful, like, it takes you on an emotional ride. That's the one I always like.
experience.
I'll drop that on anybody's
I'm
like.
gonna need a recess.
I was
for
about to say, I
that
definitely
one.
gotta Yeah.
What's going on?
It's
Baby metal.
good.
Oh,
Baby
Baby
metal,
metal.
yeah.
I love that baby
Yeah.
metal
Great.
with Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah,
Yes,
That
Yeah.
song
Kingslayer.
is sick. Yeah,
I love
Kingslayer.
that song.
Yes,
awesome.
that's a
did
good
y'all know the
one.
lead singer of Papa Roach died?
No.
No.
Stop.
He did
this
not.
motherfucker.
I was like,
That was like no, because
So-
that would have I would have instantly heard about that.
I have listened to
Instantly.
Papa Roach like
He
you
would
know,
have been the first they
obviously
called
since
before family.
we were here.
Yeah.
So
That's some good stuff.
I played a
Can't
song
wait to get into this one.
and he was like, oh, who is this? And I was like, oh, it's Papa Roach. And he was like, they're still making music? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I thought the lead singer died. And I was like, what the fuck?
Guys,
Like,
when
why?
I tell you I thought
And
he
was
died,
like,
I
no,
thought he died after their very first album.
Yeah, like he thought he
Bro,
legit
they've been
died.
killing it.
Good.
Yeah,
for
I was like,
years.
Yeah,
they've
I
been
didn't know
producing a
that.
lot.
They did a song recently with Sullivan King, which
Yeah.
is a big
Yeah.
EDM artist that does that metal
Yep.
shit. They just did a song called like Venom or something like
Yep.
that. It's
Yeah.
sick.
I do tell you
Wow.
now that I know he's not dead.
He knows
I
more.
feel like he is.
No, he's
He is the
medicated.
Nickelback of that genre, and
Oh my
he
god, he's
he will
Wait,
absolutely.
are you
Crystal's,
saying
like,
that? Are you
so
saying that?
He's great. He makes good music,
Okay.
but for some reason, just has that factor about him where I'm like, God, you're a fucking douche.
I
Like
feel
looking at him, I just
that
want
man
to
has
fucking
lived like a life. Like,
Yeah.
He can live his life all he
think-
wants.
I
Still not be
think
visually
when
appealing.
Justin thought he died. He might have been like in a
You know what I
small, like,
do a lot
rehab
is,
stint,
uh,
God, he was dead.
just
I actually think what happened is the lead singer from Drowning Pool died. I think I
Yeah.
just mixed the I just made
Drowning
those the
Pool.
same thing.
What songs
That
did
like
he do?
Nothing Wrong with Me song. Yeah, but he died.
yeah.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one that sticks out in my head.
But
Yeah.
every time a
Yeah, I
Papa
guess I
Roach
just
song
mixed
comes
those
on,
up.
he's like, "Remember that time that guy died?" I'm like, "Stop! What are you doing?"
yeah, I thought he was dead.
Dude, he's in an Eyes 9 Kill song.
Yeah, I know now.
No. Do y'all
Go-
have
go-
like?
this-
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
go on. I was about to shift the topic.
I was
Go
just
on.
saying this is like when I found this out like 2-3 years ago that he wasn't dead.
So he's been alive for a
But
while.
yeah, he's been alive for a while, but I
Alive again. He's risen.
Some can say he was looking for a lifeline.
it's
Nice.
It's taken a lot of like
perfect.
me being with Crystal has opened me up musically because there are
Yeah.
some things I just didn't listen to, like and it'll piss
got 'em into
Crystal off, but
Beartooth.
in turn pisses me off because I'll go through and Apple does it where it like separates it by years and gives you your top 100 songs.
Yeah.
And if it's anything 2018 down,
this
guarantee
motherfucker.
you it is 99% Incubus.
His,
Like,
his favorite thing to do
consistently.
is, let me see what they have on here. And he always goes to 2015.
2015
and it's
Justin was
always
prime.
fucking Incubus.
Fucking
I'm like,
prime
stop.
Justin.
I was like, please pick another year.
Prime
15
Justin.
was so good. I'm like,
15
I'm
was
sick
so
of 15. Like, I'm
Guys,
over
You
it.
don't realize how good 15 was. That's the playlist you're getting from me.
Jesus.
Prepare for a lot of Incubus.
A lot of Incubus.
All right, guys. Well, we're reaching the end of the episode. Do you guys have any concerts that you're going to this year that you're really looking forward to?
Incubus, August 22nd, I believe, or 20th. One of those
In
days.
Austin?
Yeah, Incubus with and Sublime with Rome.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
that sounds amazing.
I got a EDM artist that Soulja doesn't know about yet. Surprise, surprise. But we're gonna go see somebody called Bear Grylls. Super dope dubstep. But then we
dope.
also,
That's a
His own
dope. That's a
Yeah.
dope name.
Yeah, that
I hope
sounds
he
dope.
drinks his piss.
and then the other one is we're really planning on going to when we were young. Like I want us to stack up enough to go. The tickets already paid up. We do have a decent amount of money stacked. It's up in the air right now, but I'm leaning on the side that we're gonna go to that. You know?
We're just going to
I
go
hope
tailgate
so.
it.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah, y'all, are y'all really
it's like
going
what
to
is
Vegas?
they
I
gonna
think
block
so.
the sound
We're
from
trying,
like
yeah.
leaving?
Yeah.
You know, like you're gonna be able to hear it from the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, when it first started, it just... Me, I panicked. Normally, I'm like, "Fuck it, let's do it." But
Which
I was
is
like,
exactly what I needed
was
her
like,
to do,
no.
is just
say,
I was
"Fuck it," and she was
something
like,
doesn't sound right. It
"No,
sounds sketchy."
no.
And then everybody's like, "No, it's legit." And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, it's too fucking late now.
Yeah.
I just
Quit.
needed her to pull the fucking trigger for me, and she wouldn't do it.
I was scared.
And I stuttered the whole time and
I
didn't
feel
do
like
it.
there might be
There's-
resales y'all could
there's-
get.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tickets still, by the
Fuck
way.
that.
Yeah, I
At
was
this
like,
point,
we
I'm
might
not
look
doing
into
it.
it. But
there's still tickets like from the actual.
There's
if not, we
website.
can definitely
You
just
could do a
tailgate
day
it.
too. It's like a 3-day event, ain't it?
Well, so
2 days.
it's one concert, all the same concerts every single day. It's not like fest where it's like
Yeah.
these artists are gonna play on one day, these artists are gonna play on another, and then the next one they're gonna play there. It's the same artists every single day. I don't know how they're gonna do their set. See when that came out, everyone was worried like, "There's no way you could have that many bands on a concert." And I was like,
I
"Did
don't
y'all
think it
forget
helped
about Warped
the-
Tour? Because
Yeah,
Warped
Warped Tour
Tour
did that
had just as
consistently.
many bands. They toured with that many people and got it done every single day. It's not impossible. There's revolving stages, which I've seen a few times. Yeah, you might not get to see every single band that you want, but this is one of it's just like Warped Tour where you're gonna have to set like, all right, I'm gonna go watch 2-3 songs from this band because I really want to see that band playing at the exact same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna take a lot of
Sounds
planning.
hectic, but also sounds
But
like a lot
also,
of
Gonna be
fun.
and people were
hectic, yeah.
saying it's like Firefest. No, it's not. If it was like Firefest and you got stranded in Las Vegas, oh no, you're stranded in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh no, like
I'm
let
just
me go.
gonna go fucking gamble.
I'm gonna
and
run
act
out of
a
water.
fool, like-
No, you're not. You're in Vegas. Go get free alcohol. You're gonna have fun no matter what. You're in Vegas.
Like, I'm thinking it's going to be great because I really want Soul Jin, and this is going to be like the one way she can experience me growing up in high school, the music
The
that we were
music.
into. Like, this is going to be a way for it to happen.
Can
For
I have a
us
small
to
caveat
connect.
to you going? Can you Naruto run from stage to stage so she can get the full effect?
Dude, I will Naruto run, and no one will question me. I have anime
It's cool
eyes.
now.
Like-
It's cool now.
This is
It's like, I
this
gotta
is
go
the
get-
real Perkins.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's
About.
something. I'm excited about that. I think
It's-
like,
it's
the more
gonna
I
be
think
dope.
about it, the more I really want her to go and experience that. 'cause
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we'll connect even more. Like
Aw.
it's gonna be
And
hard.
all
A lot
the
of
bands
fun.
that you grew up listening
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. There is one in September, and I cannot wait because I've been huge on this band lately, The Strokes, and they're going to be touring with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh shit. That's a band that I've been wanting
Yeah.
to see for a while too.
That's
And
awesome.
they're
Dope
coming
as
in
fuck.
September, so
Oh shit.
I think it's somewhere in Arlington or so.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
yeah,
I
dude.
bought these like a year ago, so
Yeah.
I haven't looked at
Prep
them
time.
since. Yeah, I surprised my
Max.
cousin, and he was just like, "What?"
There's this TikTok of a girl whose mom bought her tickets to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but it was actually the Red Hot Chili Pipers. And it was a bagpipe concert.
I'd have still gone.
Still gone.
Yeah.
dude.
Well, was it
They
a
said
but
it
is-
was actually
was it
pretty
a
cool.
Red Hot Chili Pepper cover band?
I don't know.
That would
Better
be.
be.
I
That'd
just
be.
saw the
That would be
image
great.
of the pipers, like, and I
That's
was like,
hilarious.
"Yo, they're so stoked." Because the TikTok is like, she's like on her way to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they get there and she shows like
Disappointment.
the
Bagpipes.
marquee
Yeah.
as like Red Hot Chili Pipers,
Oh
and then she shows the people with the bagpipes. It was funny.
Mine's gonna be the one we're gonna go to in July, so it's gonna be Memphis Mayfire, from Ashes to New, and then Rain City Drive.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that one.
That's gonna be dope.
Fucking
That's gonna be a good
Yeah.
concert. Memphis Mayfire's new album's so good.
We're gonna go see Backstreet Boys tomorrow, and I'm so excited. I'm so stoked because, like, as I mentioned previously, I was poor growing up, so like I didn't go to concerts growing up, and also like anytime I listened to the Backstreet Boys, it was either on the radio or like someone else's. Like I was at someone's
Right.
house listening to their CDs because I didn't have those things. As I grew up and had like more access to their music, I became more and more of a fan. So like now at 31, I'm more of a Backstreet Boys fan than I was back then because I've been able to listen to more of their music.
Right.
Yeah, more access to all of it.
Yeah,
all.
exactly. I'm just like, I'm so excited.
I was like a hardcore NSYNC fan, so it was always like you either like NSYNC or like
You know what's
Backstreet
crazy?
Boys, and I was like, fuck the Backstreet Boys.
You know what's crazy
But I
is
do
that the
know
guy
all
who
the songs.
manages both of them
Yeah.
like is the same guy. So he essentially created the Pepsi and Coke of
Like,
the
right,
music
like-
genre. Yeah, like because he knew that's what would happen.
Yeah,
he would.
he's gonna make a ton of fucking
Yeah,
money.
he was
on
like,
it.
Damn.
regardless of who won,
I
he was
win.
winning. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he was making money.
it was smart for on his end, but like,
Yeah.
Did you give us
yeah.
your concert?
no, I think it's tough because we're going to a lot of good ones. I think the most anticipated might be Architects because it got pushed over a year.
We're
Concert.
gonna see like 8 or 9 concerts
Yeah.
this year. We're gonna see.
So jealous.
We already went to see Mean Girls, and then we saw Backstreet Boys is next, and
Yep.
then it's Northlane,
Yes.
then Memphis Mayfire,
No. Oh no. Memphis Mayfire's next, and then Northlane,
Northlane,
and then The Devil Wears Prada,
Inner Shikari,
and then Inner Shikari, and then Architects.
Architects,
And then
Oh
when
my
we were
gosh.
young.
young. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to a lot of concerts.
I gotta like
Yeah,
because it's our first year anniversary, like married, and it's the paper year. So I got him like 4 tickets. And
I didn't know
the
that
other
was a
ones-
thing, so I bought her a shark.
I have my ticket stub from my very first Coheed concert still. It's put up in a box.
Yeah.
Nice.
By the way, like we don't actually have tickets. Like it's digital. We live
Yeah.
in 2022.
Yeah.
So
She made
I
tickets.
made tickets.
They're so
and
cool
printed them
looking
out.
too.
Yeah.
You
Bears
should
super
post those up. Those
Yeah,
are really
post
neat.
those.
super official.
Facebook.
But all right, guys, I think that was an episode all about music. Be sure to follow us on our social medias. I think it's Nerd Social Hour.
Yep.
We'll confirm it and I'll flash it on the screen.
Every time.
Like I said, one day we'll learn our social medias.
Wait, I wrote them down because I was like,
She fucking
In
I
her
know.
handy
Yeah.
dandy notebook.
let's
God
do
damn,
it.
taking.
Oh, we're running out of time.
It is
Sorry.
Nerd